Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 1 of an Elder Scrolls Online High Isle walkthrough. Just wanted to show you those new splash screens if you hadn't seen them yet. I always enjoy that when they have new loading screens and stuff when a new piece of content comes out. So let me see if I can start this. Let's see, go to my journal. Stories. Maybe it's under collection stories. High Isle. It says the Society of the Steadfast calls all able-bodied adventurers to the island of High Isle in the Sistris Archipelago to assist in a matter of great import to all alliances. Seek out Lady Arabelle Davaux in the city of Gonfalon Bay for details. Quest available. The Society of the Steadfast calls all able-bodied adventurers. Is this the same thing? Okay, it's just repeating itself. So, my first quest objective is to talk to Lady Arabelle Davaux. I'm getting over a bit of a cold. I had it 3 weeks ago. But it still made my voice... still having trouble with my voice, so... If you hear that my voice sounds different, that's why. So here's the High Isle and Amenos, and there's the first quest objective. Alright, we should get somebody talking to us immediately. Maybe not. Let's see who this is. Seeking new members. Seeking new members. Do you play Tales of Tribute, or would you like to learn the rules of the game that's sweeping Tamriel? Come to the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club and find the society of your fellows. We are always seeking new members. Alright, so that should start us off with the new trading card game, which I have not played yet. I have played just a little bit of this on a different character, but I tried not to play very much of it because I want this to be a blind walkthrough.
Oh, sunsets around High Isle and Amenos are glorious.
Well, that's nice to know that sunsets are glorious. Unfortunately, I missed it. I didn't get to see the glorious sunset. This is Yeoman Galeen.
House du Fort seeks able marines to drive the Sea Elf menace from our shores. Seeking a commission with the Honorable House du Fort? We need able hands to rid the Sisters of a menace we've endured for too long.
What's the mission?
We are prosecuting a war against the Dreadsail pirate fleet, and the Admiral ordered me to gather as many capable fighters as I can muster for a landing party. Need about a dozen, all told.
Okay, so this must be the new trial. I'll join your landing party.
You can use the dinghy there to ferry your party to the flotilla's flagship, the Loft Empyrean. Report to Purser Ashcroft, and she'll see that you're accounted for.
Anything else you can tell me about this mission?
Just that it's incredibly dangerous. The Dreadsails are some of the nastiest pirates we've ever seen, and their pillaging has gotten out of control in recent months. And it's no wonder the Admiral is out for blood.
Okay. So we'll maybe finish that quest later, maybe turn it in. Or I might just wait until the final episode of this walkthrough. Because we won't actually be doing the trial until the very end. Let's talk to Thora here.
The rest of Tamriel seems so far away from here, doesn't it? All the echoes of war. I can still hear them, but they're softer now. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just thinking aloud.
Alright. Oh, I gotta fix my add-ons. Hang on just a second. Alright, looks like that fixed it, except for Tamriel Trade Center is not working. That's not very important. And the developer... Let's see here. Can I turn this off? Alright, so that fixed it. The Tamriel Trade Center, it no longer works, but maybe they'll fix it soon. It's a really good add-on. Tells you what to sell things for when you sell them in a store. So let's go back to the main quest here. This walkthrough is going to be a little bit different from the other chapter walkthroughs that I've done. Normally, I level a character. Whoa, what is going on there? Kind of surprised to find somebody attacking me. I thought it was still inside of the city. Anyway,
Sunsets around High Isle and Amenos are glorious.
I'm not going to be leveling a character from the beginning, obviously. Visitor's Guide to High Isle. Okay, so this is a lore book. This is pages 3 and 4, and page 5. So you can pause the video if you want and read that. Otherwise, I'm just going to move on. But, yeah, I got kind of tired of leveling a character every single time. So, in this video, I'm just going to use this character, who is the same character I used for the first walkthrough I ever did in ESO, the Standard Edition walkthrough, which was basically a Vardenfell. But the other thing about doing it this way, not leveling a character, is I'm not going to be doing random dungeons or battlegrounds. So, and not any crafting either. So, if you're new to ESO, this is the first time you've seen somebody doing an ESO walkthrough. I wonder what's in this Valoy townhouse here. Just know that questing, there's a lot more to the game than just questing. There's also dungeons and battlegrounds and crafting and lots of other things. But I won't be doing that in this walkthrough. So you could watch the other walkthroughs I've done if you want to see that kind of stuff. I just want to mention that because I know sometimes people will watch walkthroughs to check out a game to see what it's like. And, this will not be really representative of that, because normally when you're leveling a character, you don't just quest. You also do a random dungeon every day to get the bonus experience points, and a random battleground. And hopefully you finish first or second in the battleground and get the bonus experience from that. So I'm not going to be doing that in this walkthrough, so just be aware. Okay, this is Rigard the Brash over here. He's in a lot of different areas.
This is not good. Rigard needs help. Again. Hello there. I am Rigard, sometimes called the Brash, and I am Large Delegate for the Ebonheart Pact Cultural Exchange. Or I would be if I had my scepter.
Large Delegate?
That is what King Yoran told me. He said, Rigard, go to High Isle and be Ebonheart Pact Cultural Ambassador. And be large, delegate, and large. That is me. But I lost my scepter of office. I had it with me last night, but now I can't find it.
Do you mean Delegate at Large?
Yes, I went out with delegates Tanilin and Olganash last night. We ate and drank like kings. I don't remember all that happened, but I spent most of my gold. And I lost my official scepter. Will you help me look for it? I can pay you a little.
Sure, I'll help you find your scepter of office.
I've been thinking very hard, and it hurts. We should begin at the Ancient Anchor. That is where I went last night with the other diplomats. The innkeeper was angry with me this morning, but she might talk to you. Meet you there.
Who are Tanilin and Ulganash exactly?
They are delegates too. Tanilin is very important elf from Aldmere Dominion, and Ulganash is noble orc from Daggerfall Covenant, who brings culture wherever he goes. I don't remember what we talked about. It must have been another diplomatic success.
Any chance one of them has your scepter?
Must think again. No. We parted ways with great enthusiasm in street, just outside the Ancient Anchor. I went back inside, and I had it with me then. I need my scepter of office. I can't lose another one, or they'll dock my pay.
Uh-oh, so you're some kind of cultural ambassador?
Rigard leads glorious expedition of Nord cultural exchange. I travel to many lands to explain excellence of Nord culture with great forcefulness.
The glorious expedition? You're really a diplomat?
Yes, yes. One day, Rigard was drinking in the Skald King's Hall and loudly explaining all the good things people don't know about Nords. King Joran said he knew that already, and I should go tell somebody else. So, I did!
That was interesting. His dialogue is a bit different. If you've met him before, this character has never met Rigard the Brash. But I played through this on another character, and his dialogue was significantly different. So, that's pretty cool. Work in Gonfalon Bay. Are you good with a blade or a bow? Can you cast death-dealing spells with the greatest of ease? Are you willing to explore the most dangerous regions of High Isle and Amenos? Do you want to earn gold and glory the old-fashioned way? Then we have a job for you. Seek out Gruzeg in the north-central district of Gonfalon Bay for details. Alright, so this will be how we get daily quests. What's this? Which guild is for you? Calling all adventurers, sellswords, spellslingers, and scoundrels. Do you find yourself in need of adventuring companions? Do you long for the kind of camaraderie that daring exploits make possible? Perhaps it's time you joined a guild. To explore the current listing, speak to Guild Herald Amsad. Alright, so is this Guild Herald Amsad?
Have you seen the note? If you seek companions for your adventuring, look no further. This one can help with that.
Tell me more about the guild listings.
Ah, of course. These listings are where other adventurers, much like yourself, can declare their interest. Those of a similar proclivity can join up together and form guilds. Take a look. This one is sure a group suited to your needs awaits you.
Alright, so we can look at this. And I don't like that it defaults to active applications. It should default to browse guilds. So, like if you were a new player, you could look through all this and find some guilds. I'm already in the maximum number. So,
Do I know you?
that really doesn't work for me, but it's pretty cool that you can do that. It has this right off the bat as soon as you start playing. They started doing this, I think, last year with the Blackwood chapter, and now they've continued it.
Have you had the chance to review the guild listings, friend?
I looked through them.
Wonderful! This one hopes you found something that interests you. Too often, this harsh world becomes isolating. Finding companions can make it bearable, Here, a little something for your time. This one is quite pleased you stopped by, and hopes that you find a guild that appeals to you. Amsad wishes you many friendships and adventures in your future.
Can you tell me anything more about these listings?
The listings are a place for like-minded adventurers to come together. The world is quite vast, no? Many times it is difficult to find those with similar interests to your own. With this register, you need...
Oh, I cut him off. Sorry about that. So here are where you can get the crafting writs. And here's all the crafting tables in the new zone. I'm not going to take any of these, but it's pretty easy to find everything here. I think I'll end up headquartering most of my characters in this area at some point. Come over here each day to do my crafting writs. Alright, now here's the main story quest.
My dockhands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm off the coast. Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Bacaro. Ah, a familiar face. I could use your help, adventurer.
Can't say that I see much point in asking around High Isle. I'm no investigator, but isn't this the one place that we know Lady Arabelle's ships aren't?
Let's talk to Lord Bacaro Valoris.
Lady Arabelle wastes no time, I see. I suppose that's why I asked her to assist the Society of the Steadfast with this conference. Although, I'm not really sure there's a problem to solve quite yet. Ah, well. What can I help you with?
So we met Lady Arabelle Davaux in the prologue quest. And she told us...
Good to see you again, my friend. I'm here to represent the Mages Guild at Lord Bacaro's conference. I wonder if I'll have time to find a druid before Lady Arabelle needs me. I'm quite interested in their approach to magic.
It's good to see you again too, Valencia.
So good to see you again, my dear. Remember that little predicament we dealt with not too long ago?
Yes.
Well, now I have a related but larger problem, so let me tell you about my proposition. It pays exceedingly well, I assure you. Care to hear more?
If there's money involved, I want to hear about it. What sort of proposition?
Oh, nothing tawdry, my dear. We'll be too busy for romantic shenanigans before long, I expect. Some precious cargo was supposed to sail in on the morning tide, but it never arrived. I need someone not known around the island to be my eyes and ears.
Your eyes and ears?
While tales of my exploits credit me with all sorts of talents, I can't be in more than one place at a time. I could use a fresh face to mingle with the locals. Determine if anyone knows anything about my 3 missing ships and their cargo.
All right, I'm willing to help.
Lord Bacaro's conference can't proceed without that cargo. Here's what I need you to do. Check the inn, the lighthouse, and the Lockabane Shallows. See if anyone knows or saw anything. Then meet me outside the North Gate to compare notes.
Okay, tell me more about the locations you want me to investigate.
Certainly. Since you're new to High Isle, I understand you may not be as familiar with the local area as I am. What do you wish to know?
Let's start off. Tell me about the lighthouse.
Gonfalon Head Lighthouse, blessed by Kinnereth herself, stands atop the hill just west of town. It offers an excellent vantage from which to watch the nearby waters. Perhaps the lighthouse keeper saw something that will help.
Okay, like the storm Lord Bacaro mentioned?
Possibly. When ships fail to make port, it's only natural to wonder if they were damaged or blown off course by a storm. The lighthouse keeper has a perfect view of the approach to Gonfalon Bay. If my ships were out there, she might have seen them.
Okay, tell me about the Loch Abhain Shallows.
The currents of Lockabane are strong. Flotsam from the open sea often washes up along the shores of the waterway. Some of High Isle's poorer folk comb the beach looking for salvage. Let's hope they haven't found any today.
Yeah, no kidding. So tell me about the inn.
The ancient Anchor Inn sits just up the street near the city gate. It's one of the more popular places on the island. In my experience, inns are an excellent location to pick up rumors.
Such a cliche thing. We're playing a role-playing game and we're going to go to a... Well, she said an inn, but it's probably got a bar in it, right? So, typical RPG. Where should I start?
Wherever you think is best, my dear. But do get started soon. My intuition tells me that some sort of mischief is afoot, and my intuition is rarely wrong.
You mentioned a conference. Tell me about that.
The gentleman beside me, Lord Bacaro Valoris, leads the Society of the Steadfast. They're a philanthropic fellowship that provides aid to people who have suffered in the Three Banners War. The Society is sponsoring a conference here on the island.
Oh, you mean the peace talks? I think this dialogue option is only available if you've done the prologue. She told us about these peace talks in the prologue, so we know what's going on here.
Well, yes, but we're trying to keep the details under wraps. Only a handful of people know the true purpose of the conference.
My lips are sealed.
You were brought in on the secret during our last run-in with the Ascendant Order, but please keep it to yourself.
Okay, what happens if your missing ships don't turn up?
That's not an option I care to contemplate. Not while there's still a chance to find them. Forgive me for being evasive, but it's a rather sensitive topic to discuss in public. We've already faced adversity, and the conference has yet to begin.
Okay, you mentioned tales of your exploits before. Who are you again?
Me? Oh, I'm no one special, my dear. I've been an adventurer, a Lion Guard officer, a spy, a diplomat. People claim the Investigator Vale stories are about me, or that I wrote them. Ridiculous. I'm retired now, but I still dabble from time to time.
All right, we've asked her this before, but I'm going to ask her again. Did you write the Investigator Vale books?
Oh, pish-posh. Do these look like the ink-stained fingers of a writer of overly imaginative and lurid tales to you? I'm rather fond of the bawdy investigator and her adventures, though. They remind me of my younger days.
What's your role here?
I'm overseeing security for the conference. A few months ago, Lord Bacaro approached me, explained his grand plans, and lured me out of retirement, you might say.
Why did Lord Bacaro select you for this task?
My charming personality. When I was an agent for High King Emmerich, I traveled widely and met many dignitaries, including Lord Bacaro. He asked me to make sure everything went smoothly for his conference. So far, it's been anything but.
Alright, so now we can talk to these people again. I wonder if Valesius says
I've learned to
anything...
trust Lady Arabelle's instincts, even if others sometimes believe that she overreacts. As long as we're waiting, I plan to head inland and talk to a druid I've heard about. Maybe she'll be willing to discuss arcane practices with me.
Okay, she's really intent on meeting that druid, apparently.
I'm a Dockmaster, not a bloody mage. What does the lady expect me to do if her ships never made it to the docks in the first place?
You don't seem very concerned about these missing ships.
Should I be? Lady Arabelle suspects some sort of foul play, but not on my docks. Not a chance. Gonfalon Bay is safe. Everyone knows that. Trouble comes from the mainland, not from here. Of course, the waters to the northeast can be treacherous.
Treacherous? How so?
The closer you get to Amenos, the more unpredictable the currents become. And storms constantly barrage the coast, not to mention sea elf pirates. A good captain knows these things. None of that would keep Lady Arabelle's ships from reaching port.
Okay, Lord Bacaro mentioned a powerful storm, though.
Like I said, storms close to Amenos aren't that unusual. I doubt the ships we're waiting for would have sailed that far north. Just in case, I sent people to look for signs of wreckage in the shallows. I really don't expect them to find any, though.
All right. Oh.
Lord Bacaro's conference.
Nope. Didn't mean to talk to her. I want to talk to him.
A visitor. Or another one of Lady Arabelle's associates. Either way, welcome to our island. Bacaro Valoris, founder of the Society of the Steadfast, at your service. I hope you find your visit to High Isle restful and profitable.
So, you mentioned a storm off the coast?
Yes, a sudden squall of unusual intensity. It died out just as quickly as it arose. I noticed it off to the northeast. Dark clouds filled that part of the horizon. Perhaps our ships were delayed by the shifting winds, or decided to wait out the storm.
So what's so special about these particular ships?
I'm afraid that's privileged information.
Yeah, I figured you weren't going to tell me.
Suffice it to say, the cargo coming in on those ships is vital to the conference the Society of the Steadfast is sponsoring.
And you don't share Lady Arabelle's concerns?
Of course I do. But I learned long ago to have patience when it comes to such matters. Not every setback is a conspiracy, and not every delay is the act of a Daedric cult. Though, if you do learn anything of imminent concern, please let us know.
Tell me more about the Society of the Steadfast.
I'm a philanthropist. I started the Society of the Steadfast to give relief to those caught up in the suffering caused by the Three Banners War. We establish healing tents for the wounded, distribute food and water, and provide whatever aid we can.
So why sponsor a conference?
As Lady Arabelle said, that's not something we're ready to talk about. Not until the cargo from the missing ships is secured. After that, I'll answer any questions you have. I'll even proclaim the purpose of the conference from the town square.
Yeah, we know what the conference is for. Tell me more about High Isle.
High Isle is the primary island in the Sisters Archipelago. Technically, we're a Breton holding, but we try to behave as a neutral port. People from all over Tamriel come to experience the natural beauty of the island. Well, nobles mostly.
So it's a vacation spot for nobles?
Parts of it. But we have a rich history, and the same sorts of dangers you'd experience on the mainland. Bandits, pirates, wild beasts. And you might want to avoid our sister island, Amenos. It's a harsh jungle that has long served as a prison.
A prison? For who?
Mostly political prisoners from the Empire at first. Later, rival nobles, pirates, murderers. The worst of the worst. Today, it also includes war criminals and certain prisoners of war. Amenos Station is friendly enough, but the jungle is deadly.
Okay. Sounds like an interesting place. I can't wait to go there. Alright, there's another quest up here. Unless this is part of... Maybe it's where the daily quests are? Let's see.
Come on, just one more match. Give me a chance to win my gold back.
And what will you bet? That ridiculous nose ring? Find another racket, Brahgas. Tribute ain't for you.
Oh, it's the card game quest.
Heard all that, eh? Guifa's a palms up card sharp. One of the best tribute players in town. But like I always say, if you want to take the measure of a grot, you've got to climb. That nose ring jibe was unnecessary, right? I'll get her next time.
Yeah. Someone told me I should talk to you about Tales of Tribute.
Soren, right? She definitely has an eye for talent. Yes, I can tell you all about Tribute. It's a card game, a scavenger hunt. Zen's price, it's practically a religion for some folk. You want fame, gold, it's all there for the taking.
Sounds interesting. How do I get started?
Fresh player. Excellent. First things first. You need to learn the rules of the game, and you'll need a couple of decks of tribute cards, of course. Find Razhamad in the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Tell him Brahgas sent you. He'll get you sorted.
Alright, I'll speak to Razhamad.
Razhamad's the game baron here in Gonfalon Bay. You won't find a kinder or more knowledgeable player west of High Rock. Not that he'll go easy on you, mind. He expects the best from the players he trains. Trust me, I should know.
So, who are you exactly?
Freeze bones. An introduction would be nice, wouldn't it? Call me Brahgas. Professional gambler and semi-professional everything else. Aside from sailor, of course, I hate the water.
Okay, what brings you to High Isle?
The better question would be, what made you leave Valenwood? The answer, my friend, is debt collectors.
Uh-oh.
Vigorous ones. Once I save up enough, I might go back, but I'm in no hurry. When a stiff breeze comes through, the sisters are really beautiful.
What was going on with that woman a moment ago?
Oh, Queefa. Just a lover spat.
Ah,
She
I
loves
see.
making fun of my nose ring, and I love losing money to her, apparently. Match made in Aetherius.
Something tells me his romantic feelings are one-sided. Does Tales of Tribute involve a lot of betting?
Usually, no. Most players are in it for the joy of competition. But you know what they say? If there's an uncertain outcome, someone's got gold on it. I play a lot of unsanctioned matches. Putting skin in the game keeps things fresh.
Alright, you mentioned a gaming hall?
Aye, that big building there. Used to be a House Mornard villa, believe it or not. House Dewfort seized it during the transition of the duchy, but get tired of paying for the upkeep. The Duchess sold the place to Razhamad about a year ago.
So, now people just play games in there?
Well, we drink in there too.
Alright.
People need a place to relax, chum. The ancient anchor's fine for sailors on shore leave, but people looking for a really good time always come here. Plus, it serves as our tribute chapter seat.
Chapter seat?
Yeah, a chapter is like a team of sorts. The Gonfalon chapter meets here. But we're wandering into the weeds a bit. Focus on the game first. We'll discuss the rest later.
Alright, so this is the gaming hall, I guess. Wow, nice gaming hall.
Greetings, my friend, and welcome to the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Please drink and make merry. We have many strong players gracing the hall today. Lots of action. Tales of Tribute is free to watch, but far more fun to play. Do you play, Wayfarer?
Not yet. I'd like to learn more about Tales of Tribute.
Then you have come to the right place. Tales of Tribute is a game of stories, some fantastical and others all too real. Two players share their tales with decks of cards. The game is elegant and easy to learn, but it takes great effort to master.
How do you play?
First, you will need two decks. Each deck represents a different story, a different strategy. Your opponent brings two decks as well. Once you and your adversary combine your decks, the game can begin. A shared pool, you see. A level field of play.
Alright, so where can I get these decks of Tribute cards?
Make your way to the beginner's lounge and find my associate, Brahgas. Tell him Razhamad approved an initiation match. He will lend you a pair of decks and teach you the basics. Complete this trial and return to me for your reward.
I just saw Brahgas outside.
Dear Brahgas often strays, but never for long. His coin rarely holds out. He must be back by now, safe within the confines of the gaming hall where he can be supervised. Do not worry, though. Brahgas is a fine player. He will teach you well.
Can you tell me a little about yourself?
Yes, of course. As Brahgas no doubt told you, I am Razhamad. I hold many roles and offices: Tribute Master, Game Baron, and Proprietor of this hall. I also lead our regional Roysters Club chapter, the Gonfalon chapter.
Roysters Club?
Yes, the Roysters Club. It is a far-reaching organization that administrates all aspects of Tales of Tribute. They organize tournaments, publish new rules, sponsor chapters, and, most importantly, they manufacture the cards themselves.
Ah, I see. Can anyone join?
Anyone with a pair of tribute decks, a Game Baron sponsorship, and a thirst for competition. Yes. Complete your training, and it will be my honor to welcome you into the club.
Brahgas seems like quite the gambler.
Brahgas, yes. He loves the game in his way. I wish he exercised more caution. He often forgets how much he has to lose. But he's a bright lad, full of youthful energy and hope. That is more than I can say about most people in this world.
So I'm a little concerned we're going to kind of go off on a wild goose chase dealing with this card game. This is this new kind of collectible trading card game. It's one of the main features of this chapter. So I'm definitely interested in it, but I don't want to end up doing it for hours and not doing anything else. But we'll pursue it a little bit further.
This one is waiting for someone. And you certainly are not them. Move along, friend. Tariren has no business with you. It is better to keep it that way.
Wow, you're not very friendly. I guess I'm supposed to go down, but kind of wanted to explore a bit. Tribute Beginner's Guide. Alright, hopefully I can learn how to do this without reading this.
Ha-ha! If it isn't my new old friend. Found the place easy enough, eh? Pull up a chair, have a drink. As long as you're buying, of course. I'm a little light in the purse at the moment. So you talked to Razhamad yet?
I'm ready to play. Razhamad said you were a good teacher.
Oh, did he? Oh, I love it when we bring new players into the fold. Gets boring playing the same old salts day after day. We need new blood in here. Now, before we begin, you'll need these. 2 tribute decks you can borrow for educational purposes.
What do I do with these?
You try to defeat me, of course. First to 40 prestige, or winning the favour of all the patrons, is the victor. Don't worry, chum. I'll explain that as we go along. And listen up, eh? You'll do fine. I'll go easy on you.
All right, let's play.
Right. The essence of the game is to buy cards to add to your play deck. Each of us will use our play deck to score prestige, until one of us gets enough prestige to win. Lots of cards, eh? The ones on your side of the table are yours. The ones on my side are mine. The cards in the middle are what we call the tavern. We each claim cards from the tavern to improve our play decks and earn enough prestige to win. You'll take the first turn. Let's both draw our starting hands. Each of your cards have a coin value, see? You can use their coin value to buy cards into your play deck from the tavern, the center of the table. Try to keep track of the value of the cards in your hand. Each card has a cost, a suit, and an effect. If I were you, well, this card here seems like the right one for you to buy with the coin that you have, so claim it.
Wait, why is that the right one? Oh, so all of these cost 1. I mean, they all have 1 value. So I guess the coin cost is 3. This is 7. This is 2. Why don't we want the portcullis? It says gain 2 power, gain 1 coin. This does gain 2 coin, gain 2 power, gain 1 power. Okay. Alright, so it has 3... It has 2 combos and 1 play effect, as opposed to this one, which only has 1 combo and 1 play effect. I've got up to 5 coins. Oh, maybe I can also get this one. Let's see. So how do I do this? Can I drag it, or... Oh, okay, I clicked it.
When you buy a card, you subtract its cost from your coin total, and you get the card. Then a new card replaces that card in the tavern. You still have enough coin to buy another card, so let's do that.
Alright, so now I'm going to get the other coin. That makes sense. I mean, the other card.
Now, you can't play a card you bought right away. When you buy a card, it goes into a cooldown pile here, see? You can see at a glance what card suits are in your cooldown pile. It looks like you don't have enough coin to buy any other cards, and there's nothing else you can do at the moment. When that happens, you signal that your turn is over. Any resources you have at the end of your turn will be cleared once your turn is over, except prestige, that is. Once your turn ends, you discard your cards and draw 5 new ones. You can start to plan your next turn while I take mine. That said, you should always keep an eye on what your opponent is up to on their turn. They might buy a card or take an action that will force you to revise your plans. So now, it's my turn. I'll control the table until I signal the end of my turn. See if you can figure out my strategy based on my actions. Well, well. The cards you drew gave you both gold and power. Power has 2 uses. The first is combat, but it also turns into prestige at the end of your turn. Remember, earning prestige is how you win.
Okay. So I can play these to get more coins or more power. Those are in the cooldown pile still. I wonder how long it takes to get them out of the cooldown pile. Okay, 2 coins. Do I want power?
Remember when I told you that your currencies get cleared when you end your turn? Well, power doesn't carry over between turns. But when you do signal the end of your turn, any power you have left over turns into prestige.
Okay, good.
Good to know, eh?
So I'll have
See,
1
these
prestige.
little fellows, they're our patrons. Each deck comes with its own patron, and they play an important role in how the deck works. See? Each patron has something they want. A price, let's call it. They also have something to offer, a reward. Pay a patron's price and you'll get their reward. You have to pay the price all at once and you usually get the reward immediately. Try paying one of these patrons. Whichever one you choose to pay will offer you a boon. Just keep in mind, you're only allowed to pay 1 patron per turn. They can get a little jealous.
Okay. This will give me prestige. And I can become favored. Looks like I can basically trade. I can trade coins for prestige using this patron. And what do I need to give him? Yeah, it looks like I have to sacrifice a card that costs 1 or more coin. I could pay 4 coins. So this is... Okay. I can't do that one. I could pay 4 coins. What about this? Pay all your coin. Gain power equal to coin paid minus 1. This patron now favors you. Okay, I guess that's the one I'm supposed to use. I see it's glowing now. I didn't notice that at first. Pay 2 power. Have 1 agent card in your cooldown pile. Refresh, return up to 1 agent card from your cooldown pile to the top of your play deck. This patron... Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pay points to this one.
The patron you just paid. Notice anything different about them? They favor you now. All patrons start in a neutral bent, and then show favor to whoever pays them first. Of course, you can pay a patron that favors your opponent. If you do, that patron will become neutral. Pay them again on a later turn, and then they'll favor you.
Okay.
And here's a tip. If you ever can get all patrons on the table to favor you, you'll win the game. Even if you have less prestige than your opponent. Just one more thing to keep an eye on.
Okay.
All right, you need to draw new cards, but your deck is empty. Now we shuffle your cooldown pile, and that becomes your new draw pile. You might draw cards you bought last turn, as well as those you started with.
Wait, then why did I buy them if they just went to the cooldown pile?
Your cooldown pile is empty. That means all the cards you started with or bought during play are now in your draw pile.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right. It's my turn again. I'm going to draw some coin, use it to buy a card, and draw some power from my play deck, which will become prestige when my turn ends. Just like your turn, only, more experienced. Those cards you drew can trigger a combo. See how they have extra effects if you draw another card that matches their suit? Luckily, you bought cards with the suit you need to trigger these combos. Some of the most powerful effects on cards come from combos, and a card will tell you how much of each suit you need to activate its combo effect. Great players always try to trigger combos, so keep track of those suits. We're closing in on the end. I can tell by keeping track of the prestige we've earned. For this practice match, we're keeping the total small, but in a real game, you'll need more prestige to win.
Alright, let's do it. And I guess I can buy some cards. How much coin do I have? I wish there was a counter telling me. I guess none of these gave me coin. I could spend these to get coin, but there's nothing I can buy with it, I don't think. Okay, I have 5 coin, 4 power. No, 4 prestige. 6 power. Alright, so I can buy this one. Alright. I guess I could have kept these cards and not spent them to get coins, because there's nothing I can buy with 2 coins, so I'll have to be aware of that in the future.
Ah, a grand victory! Well, maybe a little too grand. Go talk to Master Razhamad and tell him you bested me. Just don't get cocky. Next time won't be so easy.
Alright, so I got enough prestige to win. Match rewards mailed. Well, where are they if they were mailed? There they go.
You return.
Tribute match rewards. Tribute victory. This box was awarded to you for your victory in Tales of Tribute. Nice, I got some crafting materials out of it. That's awesome. Alright, that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to turn in that quest step, and then we'll do a little bit more of the Tales of Tribute stuff, and then we'll go and explore the rest of Gonfalon Bay. Thanks for watching. See you next time.